What you are about to see is the transformation of a piece of furniture. Not once, not twice, possibly 4 times. Because this is the asking spot. Hey, it's Margie with the Asking Spot, and I am working on this curb find, which did not even come from my neighborhood. I was actually visiting my dad, and voila! So, just goes to show,
You are so lucky.
you gotta keep your eye out. Never know when you're gonna find a curb find. Now, I will say that this is probably not the most fab piece I've ever been lucky enough to get on a curb find. It's not an antique, it's not even really a high quality piece, but it's also not seriously marred or messed up. It just needs a bit of cleaning up. Now, what do I plan to do with it?
Wait.
I don't know. I usually get inspired and I start working on a piece, but this one I'm just like, let's clean it up. Let's do all the basics that you would do if I had a plan, and see if anything pops up from there. So, to clean first. You know, this reminds me, I wanted to be a little bit more appreciative of things in my life and people in my life in 2022, and that includes some of my favorite YouTubers. And I should have probably sanded the bottom like Jay from Flipping Drawers does. Uh, I like his laser focus. He and Barry from Mad City Modern. I'll put links to all my favorite YouTubers below.
Nice. That was slick.
I'm also trying to be a little neater with my workspace. This I got inspired by Clara from No Can Do. I also love Clara's can do attitude. Again, another YouTuber I'll have linked below. I've also made it a point in this video to do something that I admire that Angie from Transcend Furniture Gallery does, which is, start with low grit sandpaper and work your way up. It really does help with the finish. It makes it so much smoother and nicer, and she's another inspiration. I'd also like to think that in 2022, I'll aspire to be more like my favorite YouTuber, which is Andy from Modern Makeovers. But that's probably going to be more like a goal in 2026 because his skill set is just amazing. And then his videography, I was trying to do some hints of it in this, but nothing near what he does. Again, I'll have something in the description below. I got to this point in the sanding and I thought,
I'm tired.
yeah, But I also thought that the contrast looks kind of cool. I like where the harder to reach spots are still dark, and then there's the lighter spots. However, because I'm going to sell this piece and I live in a coastal community, the warm tones don't really fly here. They kind of like everything in a beachy thing. So I'm going to give this a shot on a tone on tone in sort of a white, well, yeah, not sort of, actually in a whiter tone, but it's going to be white on white, and it's going to be first a nice bit of wash on the top, a whitewash using some chalk paint.
Isn't it a little soon?
Well, we got a couple of issues. One is this discoloration, and well, that's because somebody didn't let it dry. I've mentioned it before. But despite not listening to my own rules of let it dry, also I had some sort of little clump in there. I have no idea what that's about. So I'm going to give it a light sand and try and give this a second coat-ish. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I miss the contrast. So what's my favorite color?
Blue, blue, blue.
That's right. We're going to add some blue to this. And in my goal to be appreciative, I would be really remiss if I didn't mention YouTuber and incredible artist with paint technique for furniture flipping, the lovely and talented Katja. She is just incredible. And this is really my very weak attempt to do something similar to what she does. And I love the fact, though, that when you see a piece and you see that technique, you automatically think of Katja. And it has inspired me to, well, at the end of this video, you'll see I don't go in this direction, but I do think I find my own technique. So thank you, Katja, for the inspiration and all your beautiful work.
Hello, chitty chitty bags.
There's a plane! There's a plane!
Get off my plane! Get off my plane!
I liked how the top of this with the whitewash turned out. I did, but it's not working with the rest of it. And while I have some other ideas that might work on the sides, what I could do to the top would more easily incorporate into this piece and more likely work. At least that is, I hope so. I'm gonna go ahead and take the wax off, so mineral spirits to the rescue. Side note, whoever decided to call this odorless might have had COVID. never done this before, and I'm not even testing it out on something, so...
Do you think this is wise?
Alright, but I have done decoupage before, so this should work, kind of like that. I'm going to first slice these papers so that they fit within the parameter of this piece of inlay. Then I'm going to tear their edges so that they'll blend with each other a little bit more. Apply them with my matte Mod Podge, but you know, if you don't have Mod Podge and you have polyacrylic, that'll do. And you can use it in a matte or you can use it in a gloss. It's a satin, whatever your personal preference is. I just happen to be going with matte on this. Once it's all dry, then it's on to painting and blending it in to the rest of the piece. If all goes to plan, this should look pretty cool. Yeah, hopefully. Finally made it to top coat time. Now for all of the paper pieces that I added, I'm using this polyacrylic water-based, and I could have, I guess, stuck with the Mod Podge, but I just feel like polyacrylic has a little bit more protection. Hello, puppy. Then I went for wax on the wood top because I had used wax earlier. Now, wax can go on top of anything, including a polyacrylic, but nothing can go on top of wax. It just won't stick around. I also like wax, though, on anything that's had a chalk paint treatment to it because it just adds a great deal of depth to it that you just can't get with any other type of top coat. This turned out really surprisingly well, and yeah, I fully plan on doing this to other pieces. Thanks so much for watching and subscribing to the Asking Spot, and if you haven't done so already, please consider clicking on that subscribe button. It really helps the channel. I'm working on a few projects, so I'm not quite sure what's going to come up next, but hopefully we'll have some more fun in the next video, and bloopers are next. The top coat is going to be a wax on this part of it because earlier I did wax it. Now granted, I used some mineral spirits to get rid of it. Can you hear the plane? It's pretty loud. I think you can hear the plane. So I'm gonna... If a brain thought is going well in my head, then a plane comes through. Still going. Like, is there a video with me in the bloopers section that this isn't part of it? Planes. Darker stained wood looked kind of cool because it's in all the accented center, you know, deep down depressed people places. What? Well, absolutely not loving this. But other than wanting to fix that, it just isn't working. No. Make sure that I put a wax on the parts that I like. It won't permanently protect it against the blue, meaning if I get it marked with blue and it doesn't... Okay, this is not going anywhere. Got it!